Hey there, let's dance. Hey Fit Pros, come on, say hello. Give me some comments, let me know you're here. Why don't we do this? Are you ready? Let me pause this music, hold on. I want to do a New Year's gift off. So put your best dancing gifts in the comments. Say hello to me. Give me some gifts. I hope you're up dancing because it's almost time for New Year's. All right, y'all. Ooh, that was a little special effect there. I don't know how to get rid of my music now. I'm a hot mess today, you guys. I just jumped off the phone. I got it. Hey, how you doing, y'all? Say hello to me. Let me know who is here. Hello from Colorado. Good to see you. Oh, no. What have I done now? Ooh, do not have that. No, no, no. Y'all. You guys, you know what that was? My speaker just hooked up to my daughter's cell phone in her bedroom. Hey guys, good to see you. I am so excited to give you this talk today. I want to do something extra special right at the beginning when we jump in. So as you guys are sitting there doing your dancing, doing your thing, I'm going to share with you a link, and I want you to feel free to download the notes for today. So I've made a little workbook because I'm going to be giving this talk a couple times, and today is the first time I'm giving it. Hey, Robin. Today's the first time that I'm giving this talk, and then I'm going to be giving it a few more times, and I'm going to make it part of my regular speech rotation for places that I go and speak. So today I am talking about the best ways to maximize your revenue in January. So as we know, people are making their New Year's resolutions as we speak, right? And this, y'all, is the first year that we really stand to gain or lose based on how many people we can bring in and help to be successful in their New Year's resolutions, right? So before you were a gym employee, you went to the gym, you did your thing, you left. You knew that there were going to be more people in class because it's January, but you weren't sure how many. Didn't really matter, didn't affect your pay, didn't affect you at all past how many people showed up to class, right? But now, so many of us have gotten the not so gentle nudge into online fitness, which is awesome because it means that we now get a financial stake in what happens in our own classes. And that is amazing. That means instant income boost for so many of us. If you are doing it right, you should be making more money than you were making in the gym, unless you were well compensated at the gym. But a lot of us were not well compensated at the gym, right? So you should be making more money now. And in January, we want to 10x that. We want to multiply that because everybody's making their New Year's resolutions, and there is no reason that you should not be able to jump in and make more money. So let me intro what we're going to do today. And like I said, you have got a workbook. I'm going to put that in the comments again so that you can download it if you'd like. And it's just a place to take some notes if you would like to. You can also use a journal or anything else that you've got. But today is like a free business training for you. So I'm so excited to give it to you. And you're going to see me doing more and more of these next year. More business training, more mindset training, and more interviews with fitness entrepreneurs who are really making it happen, and less just get to know like fitness celebrities and big people. We love them, but we want to know how to make money, right? So you're going to see me focus more and more on let's figure out how all of us can make money. Okay, so let's talk about it. The reason for this talk is because you guys all, every single one of you that are watching, whether you are watching whether you are watching live or whether you are hashtag replay, give me a hashtag replay if you are watching in the replay. Most of us have started some sort of small business because we are going online and we are now taking payment directly from our clients. So many of us that's true for. There are others of us who owned small studios and now the studio is online. And so you may not have started a business, but it's a totally different realm, right? Here's the thing. Cash flow is the lifeblood of your business. If you do not have cash coming into your business, you have got nothing. You have got a hobby, you have got plans, you've got something that you are working on. You do not have a business until you have got cash flow coming into your business. So if you don't have cash flow coming into your business, you're not going to stay in business, which means you lose the opportunity to serve your clients. And it also means that your clients lose the opportunity to work with you. You are not going to stay in business if you're not making money. But it doesn't come easy. A lot of us were employees and now we have to go and learn how to market and take the money and do all the tech and then also still teach the classes. So let's talk about all of that stuff. COVID has kicked us in the pants. It has given us the impetus to get online. And hopefully you are seeing that now as an opportunity. Like I said before, you should be making more money than you were making in the gym. If you are not, I want to see you in my boot camp next week, the Sell Out Your Online boot camp, online workout boot camp. We'll talk more about that later. You guys hear me say all the time, if you've been watching, you hear me say, a rising tide lifts all boats. That's a John F. Kennedy quote. I live by that quote. I believe in it with all my heart because I've had this Fit Pros Connect group for over 10 years, and I made it just to give instructors and personal trainers a place to share ideas and choreography and brainstorm and ask each other questions. I believe that we are all individuals lifting each other up, that we are all here, that one individual's success is all of our success, and that when one individual succeeds, that it paves the way for the rest of us to succeed. That's why I believe in group coaching programs. That's why I come on here and do what I do with you guys. I believe that a rising tide raises all boats. So whether or not you ever do anything paid with me, I believe that the things that I'm putting out there for free helps us all and brings us all up a level. And boy, don't we need it, because for so long, fitness instructors have been at the bottom of the food chain in the fitness industry. And so we need to lift each other up. It is time. 2021 is our year to start making some money and understanding our value. I'm not even going to go into that right now. That is a whole rant that I'm not even going to go into, but I believe it. I believe it. I believe a rising tide raises all boats, and that is why I do what I do. But there is another piece to that. So a lot of us come into the online fitness game and we're kind of already looking at it like we are behind, like we're not really ever going to make anything out of it, and we're not enough because there is this little tiny thing out there called Peloton. And there's this other little tiny thing out there called Beachbody, right? And there's Les Mills on Demand. And there are these companies that have these huge productions that are also doing online fitness. And so a lot of us never even start because we're so scared of the big guys, right? I want to tell you today, those big guys are not your competitor. They are not. They're not your competitor. If you don't believe me, let's do one thing. I'm going to go right here. I'm going to share my screen. Let me share my screen. All right. So this is Beachbody's homepage. All right. So I want you to look right here at the images that they're using. First of all, I'm seeing two really interesting things here. The first is that the environment that she's teaching from looks more and more like the environment that you and I teach from every day, and less like that big pyrotechnics with the moving screens and everything behind it, which is interesting. But the other thing that I want you to notice is these super hard abs and the two-piece outfits and the rock hard bodies and the oil, the oil on Shanti here and the grease. They look amazing, right? They look amazing. But if you and I were to go and survey our people, the people that we teach to now, or the people that came to our classes regularly in the past, you're going to find that their motivation for coming to your class has nothing to do with oil and hard body and six-pack abs. It has more to do with longevity, right? Comfort in their own bodies, maybe a little bit more strength, maybe a little weight loss, but nobody is looking. There is a low percentage of people that are coming to your class that are coming because they want to have like an 8-pack of abs. That's just not the true motivation. And so Beachbody is selling that traditional fitness marketing model where they're selling the 6-pack abs. You guys, that's not what we're doing. Beachbody is not your competitor. You're selling to real people who do real workouts with real you every day. So whether you're augmenting your workouts with nutrition or with whatever you're doing with your people, I want you to understand that your customers are paying for access to you, and that Beachbody is not your competitor. All right, so that is huge for me. Now, the reason that I talk about that when I talk about a rising tide raises all boats is because of this. They are out there doing all of the marketing and all of the demand generation for what we do. And that is great news. So Mirror, Peloton, who else is out? Beachbody, like we said, Les Mills, all of them that are out there really trying to pull in clients. They're raising the profile of group fitness in general. They're helping people to understand that this product is out there, and they're getting people initiated into the idea that group fitness can be a thing that you do from home. And that is awesome because we can sweep in now and take the market share that is ours. We're not saying that people won't go to Beachbody or Peloton. We are saying that we can add on to that. We can be an augmentation to that, or we can serve a client that's never going to buy from them, right? But the profile of group fitness being done from home online is raised because of Peloton and Beachbody. So great news for everybody involved, including Peloton and Beachbody. All right, rising tide lifts all boats. So why is it really important that we start to generate revenue before we do anything else in our businesses? So you're going to hear ideas from me today that are all about immediate revenue creation. I do not want you going out there and saying, I cannot start selling my online workouts until my graphic designer finishes my logo, until I have a color story, until I have a beautiful website, until I get my headshots done. No, 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 no. Revenue generation comes first. Marketing and branding and even business setup come second. I need you out there serving the people who need you now. And let me tell you why. I work with small businesses every day. I work with small businesses who are in the process of setting up, or who are doing exactly that. Maybe they think they need all the stuff before they can launch. And I see it over and over again. They get out there, they start to serve their clients, and they realize they are selling the wrong product Their colors are wrong, their message is wrong, their logo is wrong. It's all wrong because the people who are actually buying from them don't want the thing that they thought they were going to be selling. So I start a business. I think that I am going to be selling ice cream cones. It turns out that the people who connect with me best online are Eskimos, and they don't want ice cream cones. I just made that up, you know. So now all of a sudden, my logo with the ice cream cone that I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on, and my color scheme that has to do with ice cream and all that stuff is no longer valid. I want you to start serving your clients first. Find out what they need. Then we will iterate on the product. Okay. Makes sense, you guys? I'm going to stop here and I'm going to look at some of these questions and comments. This says, this morning in my class, I told my group, if you want six-pack ab, you're in the wrong place. You know, we can deliver six-pack abs to those who want them, but it's not what we're marketing for the most of us. It's not what we're marketing. How do instructors use music and not have to use royalty-free? Not possible right now. There is one little trick, but I'll talk about that a little bit later. Let me, no real way to do that legally unless you keep all your classes on Zoom and private. Facebook will take you down. Did you see the look on my face when that other song came on the speaker? And I was like, oh my gosh, where's this music coming from? I was so scared that Facebook was going to catch on to me playing a popular song and shut me down, because they will. So you cannot use popular music on Facebook. If you are doing Zoom and you are not recording, it may be possible, but you did not hear that from me because it is not legal. Okay, so you guys, if you have downloaded the notes, let me put the comment in here one more time with the link to the notes. If you have downloaded the notes, please move on to page 2, and we're going to start talking about step 1 to creating some revenue this January. You guys, step 1 is defining your product. I want you to take a deep dive into what you're good at, what you have offered in the gym at the past, what has been the most highly attended at the gym in the past. And I want you to understand where you add the most value. Not seeing the link. Is the link not coming through? I think it's only going to the Fit Pros Connect page and not to the group. I broadcast to the group and the page at the same time. And so let me put it in here a different way. Please be patient. I'm so sorry that I'm busting in here, but I want to make sure everybody's got what they need. Okay, so I'm putting it in here. All right, so let me know if you see that. Okay, so so understand where you add the most value. And if you look on that second page of the notes, you'll see that. Understand where you add the most value. And I've got kind of 4 facets listed there to what could possibly be construed as your highest value. And that is, what role do you play? What do you offer? What format are you teaching? Like, specifically, what kind of modality are you teaching? And then how are you delivering? And those 4 things can really start to define your product that you're offering online. Okay, so it looks like you guys are getting the link. Fern, it looks like you didn't get it yet, but look in the comments. It should be in a couple comments above the one that you just put in. So your role. What do you want to be to the people that take your online classes, to the people that are following your online workouts? Are you looking to just teach a few classes to them a week? Like, I could give the example. I feel like if I taught step online, that my people would be really people that are used to working out. They've been working out with me for years and they want my step class, right? So I'm teaching my step class, but I know that that's what people are looking for from me. They just want a few step classes a week, and that is great. If that is you, then you just want to own that and know that about yourself, because that is a piece of what you offer and it plays into how you position yourself and how you talk about your product. Versus if you consider yourself to be more of a transformational coach. So you may consider yourself to be somebody who takes people from point A to point B. So maybe you've got a special skill set in helping people quit smoking by teaching them how to run. And so point A is that they are smokers, they're miserable, they're out of shape, blah, blah, blah. Point B is they no longer smoke and they can run 2 miles, and they've spent 4 months with you and you've helped them with that thing. That's a transformational coach. You may just want to be an instructor. You may see yourself becoming a transformational coach at some point. You may already be a transformational coach. Either way, you just want to own that and know that about yourself because it's part of what you offer online. All right. So in the same vein, do you offer a workout or do you offer a program? A workout is something that people are going to subscribe to month after month after month. A program is something that's going to have a beginning and an end. And you may offer one or you may offer the other, but you just want to understand the difference and know what you offer so that you can start to think about how you're going to price and how you're going to sell this product. Format, what do you teach? What I want to say about format is this. A lot of us as instructors would go to the group fitness manager and we would say, hey, I would really like to be teaching 3 strength classes and 2 yoga classes and 3 cardio classes a week. And you did that because that was a well-rounded workout for you. I know that's what I did a lot. Online, you don't necessarily want to do that. You're not necessarily looking to emulate the schedule at the gym. You're not trying to do all of the strength and all of the cardio and all of the mind body for your participants, unless that is what you just have decided your role is for your customers. So maybe you've decided, I'm the transformational coach. I want to be their primary workout leader. I want them to consider me as the person they go to for their workouts, and I want them with me every day. And I'm going to do these different modalities every day because they are only coming to me. Now, you're going to be able to charge more if you are doing that because you're not looking at yourself as an augmentation to other workout programs that they do. But that's not for everybody. And so you want to be honest with yourself about where you add the highest value and what modality or modalities you should be teaching. And then you want to know where you're going to be teaching. Is it going to be Zoom? Is it going to be Facebook Live? Is it going to be Vimeo? Is it going to be something else? And how often are you going to be teaching? So that's step 1, you guys. You need to lay that groundwork before you can start to go out there and sell this product. That's kind of the keep it simple, sweetheart basics to knowing what you want to put out there to the world. And you want to do that like today, like yesterday. Let's get that piece done so you can start thinking about these other pieces and start to bring people into your offer while they're making and starting their New Year's resolutions. Okay, so I want to make a little note about that. And my note is this. If you're not sure, if you're worried about those decisions, know that you have to make a decision here. It doesn't have to be the right one, but you have to make a decision and you have to start serving your clients. Later on, you can go back and refine that decision, and that is just fine. But you have to make a decision and you have to get started. So follow your instincts, get started, and then you can refine your product later on. Okay, so step 2, and I'm going to pull up the handy dandy notes here so that I can show. All right, here we go. I've lost you. All right, there we go. All right, so here's what the notes look like. I want to go to step 2, and step 2 is starts on page 4. Don't propose on the first date. So you've heard me talk about this before, you guys. You can't invite somebody off of Match to coffee and then end the date by asking them to marry you. It is not going to work. What I see with new business owners all the time is that they think they have to grow their audience full of strangers and people that don't know them because they feel like they need this really big audience in order to start selling. And that is absolutely, completely the opposite of what I am going to advise you to do. So step 2 is understanding who already knows, likes, and trusts you so that you can create a list of people that you want to talk to. I am not going to teach you here to give the hard sell. I don't believe in the hard sell. You guys know I don't like the hard sell. None of us went into fitness because we wanted to sell, right? But you are going to need to get just uncomfortable enough so that you are comfortable inviting people who are right for your offer into your offer. All right. So growing your audience before serving your clients doesn't work. It's just like the example I just gave where I said, I think I'm going to be selling ice cream. And once I start the business, I realize that the people who like me online are Eskimos and they are not interested in ice cream. So now I have to go back to the drawing board on my product. Your product creation is going to be iterative. You're going to learn more about your audience. You're going to refine your product. You're going to learn more about your audience. You're going to refine your product. But growing a big audience without ever starting to truly serve them in a monetized way is going to be a road to nowhere. It's going to keep you stuck. So we're not going to do that. We are going to work with the people who know, like, and trust us now, and we're going to grow our audience from there. Let me just answer this real quick. I'm going to break in, and if you've got any other questions, go ahead and type them in, and I'll break in and answer questions right here before we move on. Thank you for the compliment about the camera. It's a Logitech Brio, and it is amazing. The Logitech Brio goes a little bit wider. It's very clear, and it light corrects. So I'm facing a window, so I've got a natural light source, which helps a lot. But then the Logitech also kind of helps to even out the light and make everything look right. Plus, I have a ton of makeup on. Okay, so don't propose on the first date. Any questions about that, you guys? Okay, so this is what I like to call my hot to cold marketing circles. This is your online marketing circles. You guys have seen this before if you've done the boot camp. So I'm going to breeze through it quickly and get your questions in so that I can answer them. So I like to think of this as drone footage of a campfire. So we've got a campfire here. We've got a drone floating over it, and it's doing a heat map over this campfire. So the center is really hot. You go out a little bit further from it. That might be where people sit. It's a little warmer. And then you go out a little further and it gets colder, and you go out further and it gets colder. So what you see a lot of new businesses do is they say, I need to make this blue circle bigger and bigger and bigger so that I can have people that I want to market to, right? So that I have people that I want to sell to. The problem is that your blue circle is your most expensive prospects, and you're going to bring people from blue to red in one of two ways. You're either going to spend time or you're going to spend money. Either way, time is money. So bringing someone from blue to red is the most expensive thing that you can do in terms of finding somebody to sell to, finding a new customer. There are people that are already red people that know you, people that like you, people that trust you, that are already red, that you can be selling to now. So let's talk about that. Number one in this circle is your red circle. These are hot people, past participants, people who have participated in your class in the past. I am not suggesting that you approach members of your current gym. I am not suggesting that you approach members of your past gym. I am suggesting that there are people who have asked you about your workout on Facebook, who have talked to you about your workout in the grocery store, people that you know in your own personal life would really benefit from what you're offering. That is your hot circle. And you are going to talk to them about your offer first. Your warm circle, so the orange circle, the number 2 here, those are one level out from your hot circle. So it is people who know of you, maybe parents of your kids, baseball teammates, people that live in your building and see you running in and out in your yoga pants all the time, people who live near you. Physical proximity is a really great warmer upper of an audience. When I advertise for my yoga classes outside of people that know me, I advertise on Nextdoor and I say, hey, I am a local yoga instructor and I'm teaching online. If you don't want to leave your house, come to my class. And it is very effective because people don't want to feel like they are going to somebody in LA. I'm in South Carolina. I'm in small town South Carolina. So small town South Carolina does not want an LA fitness instructor. They want middle-aged Kelly from down the block. And so it's very effective to just let people know that you've got that common factor of geography, right? So that's the warm circle, people that live around you, people that might know of you, people that your hot circle might refer to you. You may ask people who are taking your classes now to send an email out to their friends. Maybe you pre-write out an email and you say, hey, feel free to send this out to your friends. If you get 3 friends to join, I'm going to give you a month for free. So referrals are huge. That is your warm circle. Another way to think about your warm circle would be people who, organizations that you are in or are familiar with and are familiar with you that you could partner with. So past jobs, HR directors are constantly looking for wellness offerings because it checks off a box in what they have to do as part of their job. And so if you know an HR director, or if you have recently been laid off from a big corporation, even if you're still working at the big corporation, you can offer an online fitness offer to a corporation. You go to HR, you offer to partner with them, you figure out what the pay structure is going to be. That is a warm circle. They are familiar with you. There's a geography proximity. There's a lot of ways that that circle is already warm for you. Okay, so I want to move on. If you've got questions, please feel free to type them in. I will cover all the questions I get as soon as I get to the end of this slide. The yellow circle is kind of less warm people, and then the blue circle is cold people. Cold people are people that you're going to find through Facebook ads, or that you don't know at all, but that see a flyer with you on it or something like that. That's the most expensive way to bring in a new client. It's the most expensive way in terms of time and in terms of money. So I strongly recommend, okay, like really the only way to do this, it's not even a recommendation, I'm telling you, the only way to do this is to start with your hot circles. I have got some accelerators from my virtual studio business accelerator watching this right now. You guys tell me if I'm wrong, because we've been working on this together and encouraging people on this, encouraging each other on this for a long time. Tell me if I'm not wrong. Tell everybody if I'm not wrong about that. You have to go to your hot circle first. It's the only way it works. from there, you can go outward, but you have to start with the hot circle. Okay, so Marlene said, what do you do if not asking? Invite them to a complimentary class. So complimentary classes, I am iffy on. So sometimes I think it's a great idea and sometimes I don't. And what I would say is this: if you are approaching people who have taken your class in the past, they don't need a complimentary class. They already know you. If you are approaching, I don't know, let's say you are a yoga instructor and you're partnering with a yoga studio that is closing its doors, and they are going to possibly recommend you as the replacement to their services or something like that. In that case, a complimentary class might be useful because you want to allow them to see your style. But in most cases, I think I would rather have you doing kind of Facebook Lives to a group that is not working out with you, maybe doing appearances in other Facebook Live groups or things like that. Getting your face and your name and out there and letting people get to know you is going to be more effective than doing a complimentary class. Complimentary class for somebody that doesn't work out is just going to make them sore, and they don't have the commitment of having actually paid for that subscription. So then they just get sore that one time and don't come back. Tell me if I'm wrong, you guys. That's kind of my opinion on that. And Terry says, yes, your plus your hot circle is the most receptive and easiest to convert. Yes, yes, yes. Most receptive is a great way to put it. And so that's a great question. So she says, what if I don't have many followers at this point? That's okay. I want you to approach the ones that you have. Then you can work on getting more followers. I'm not saying that we will never work on getting more followers. I'm saying now is not the time. We've got January coming up in just a few days, and people are starting their New Year's resolutions. I want you to talk to the people that already know, like, and trust you and get them into your offer now, and then we can work on growing that group. And at fitprosconnect.com, there is already a workshop, a recorded workshop there that you can get. I think it's like $37 that talks about growing your group. Okay, so step 3, you guys, I have the S word here. You know I don't like the S word, so let's talk about that. But step 3 is selling. You just got to get out there and talk about your offer. Maybe I should call this talking about your offer. I'm going to call it selling because it's a little bit more targeted than that. So you see that this page is blank and I've just got 2 columns. I want you to write names of every single person that could use what you are offering online. So write them down. We're not going to do it right now. That's going to be your homework as we leave here. You're going to write down names. And maybe if you are feeling super ambitious, one of these columns can be organizations that you might partner with, your church, your husband's work, your work, the school that you went to, the college that you went to, the local community center, all of those places. So you're going to write down organizations that you might partner with in one column, names of people in the other column. Turn this page over, write all over the back of it. All right, this is your checklist. Don't have a ton of followers. It's been a slow build, but now I have a handful of people coming to classes. That's how it works. It just is. You guys, I wanted to mention one thing. Have you ever had this experience where you're like on Facebook and somebody from a group that you're in or like they start messaging you, like direct messaging you, and you know that there's a sales pitch coming, right? Like people can smell that 5 miles away. You'll hear a lot of people recommend that you do that as an online business coach, that you go in and you like DM with people and try to pull them in, blah, blah, blah. First of all, I want you to remember how that feels when someone comes to you, doesn't know you, has never offered you anything of value. You don't know, like, and trust them, and they start trying to sell to you. Like, that feels so gross and icky. And for me, I'm like, obviously, this person has too much time on their hands, which means they're not very good at what they do if that's what they're doing. So I don't think it's effective. I think it's uncomfortable, and I think it's really crappy and unwelcome. So I want you to know, remember how that feels. And then I want you to compare that to, like, sending a text message to a past participant and saying, hey, what are you doing now for your online workouts? Because I'm teaching step again online, and here's the link to my subscription. Do you feel how different that is? That is why I want you going to your hot circle. And that's why we're going to list our entire hot circle out on this page. And then we are going to approach them, because I do not want you being that slimy DM person that is trying to go, pull in people that they don't know. Okay, so last page here. When you are having a conversation, these are the suggestions that I'm going to give you about having the conversation about your offer. So you have listed out organizations that you might partner with, and you have listed out the people in your life that are in your hot circle that you may want to offer this online offer to, right? And you're going to go to them and you're just going to say, hey, what are you doing for your workouts now? I know you used to work out with me. Have you found something else to replace that? Or maybe you're going to go to your aunt. You heard your aunt say that she's making a New Year's resolution to lose 10 pounds. And so you're going to go to her and you're going to say, hey, did you know that I'm doing a program in January to help people lose 10 pounds? I'd love to give you my friends and family rate. Right? You're going to go to these people and you're going to start a conversation. Now, again, I hate the S word. We are not selling. We are just inviting. And then the tips that I have here are around getting really curious about these people. So I want you to start these conversations by Facebook direct message, by text message, however you can contact these people. The most effective is a phone call. But however it is, you're just going to talk to them, get to know them, find out what they're doing right now for their workout, and find out whether or not they might be interested in your subscription. Then you can send them the link, right? One of the great things about this method is that when you get to know one person out of your potential pool of members, you're really getting to know all of them on a deeper level. And I say that because you start to understand the problems that they're facing, the things that they need, the things that are holding them back on an individual level, but they're also very similar to the other people in your audience. And you're also getting to know exactly how they talk about these things. And that is really effective when you go to the next person and talk to them, or when you're posting on Facebook about these things, because you start to use the same language as they would use when they talk about that problem or that goal. Now, all of a sudden, you're writing a Facebook message and 10 other people are saying, has she been reading my texts? How does she know me so well? She knows exactly what I'm thinking, because you've been actually having those individual conversations. So going to your hot circle and making an offer does a couple of things for you. Not only does it bring people into your offer, the people who know, like, and trust you, but it also helps you to get to know your audience as a whole better, so that you can talk to them more effectively about your offer. It's iterative. Now, all of a sudden, you can refine your messaging based on the words that your audience uses to talk about their problems and their goals. It also helps because you can find out more about their goals and their commitment to achieving them. Now, when I wrote this in the notes, I was specifically thinking about money objections. I don't want you guys going out there and offering, a $20 a month subscription. I want you to go for it. I want you to really allow your audience to place a value on what you offer, and you do that by asking them to lay down some cash, right? We have a hard time with that as instructors. We have always been the people in the gym that were saying, hey, I do it for free. I just love it. I love serving people. Of course, you get an endorphin rush from teaching and from being kind of the rock star in the room. But the fact is, there is a value that should be placed on what you do. There is a value. And the higher that value that you ask your customer to place on what you do, the more committed they are going to be to showing up and getting results from it. So it is a win-win when you can really get the courage to start asking for some real money for what you do. You are also asking for a real commitment from your clients, and they are going to get real results because they have really committed. Make sense? The other thing about curiosity, not convincing, going to them and just starting to ask questions and getting to know what they're doing and how you can serve them, is now you can circle back to step one and you can start to create products that really serve your audience, because now you know a little bit more about what their problems are, what their challenges are, what the hurdles are that they need to get over, and you can start to serve them with more refined products. Okay, you guys. That is my 3 steps that I've got for you. I'm going to tell you about a few other things. Let me answer some questions here. So I have got, let's see, got that. Where do you have the subscription on the website? So there are a few easy ways to do your monthly subscription. You know that I recommend On Podio because I think it's a really easy way to build a platform. So you can go to onpodio.com. You can build a website platform that does take subscriptions in about 5 minutes. It really takes no time at all. You just want to have some headshots and have, know what you want to say about yourself. That's really the biggest issue to creating an On Podio site. So you can do it there. There are a few other methods that I'm going to be covering in the boot camp next week. And so we will be talking on Monday more about getting paid. And so the other thing I want to tell you guys is that starting on Monday, we are doing the Sell Out Your Online Workout Boot Camp again. I've got the logo right here. I didn't even realize I had done that, but I left the Sell Out Your Online Workout logo here. So the Sell Out Your Online Workout Boot Camp, if you are not charging enough, if you are still teaching for free, or if you have not yet started teaching, you are going to get everything you need to get started from the Sell Out Your Online Workout Bootcamp. You go to fitprosconnect.com/bootcamp. So it's fitprosconnect.com/bootcamp. And you register live lessons every day, January 4th through January 9th, 8th. Monday through Friday. I'm also going to do mindset lessons on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We celebrate. That's it. All right. So you get a week and a half of lessons from the Sell Out Your Online Workout Bootcamp. It's $37. We are going to do taking payment on Monday. We're going to do growing your group on Tuesday. We're going to talk about setting up your workout, your lighting, your audio, the music, all that stuff on Wednesday. On Thursday, we talk about pricing. And on Friday, we talk about the online fitness offer ladder, which is where you can really start to form the ideas around how to make this into a real big business where you could really make some money. And I start to tell you about where each product fits in, how much time you should be spending with each of them, all of those things. So that's next week, you guys. I would love to see everybody that is watching me, whether you are live or hashtag replay. I would love to see you in the boot camp, you guys. It is fire. All of my accelerators and all of my past boot campers are going to get in the comments right now, please, and tell us how great the boot camp is. I'm telling you guys, life-changing. You will not regret it. It is time well spent. So The other thing I wanted to say about that is that I know a lot of us are like, well, January 4th, it's already into January. It's kind of too late. But actually, what you're seeing is that most big programs and most people who are out there doing this stuff, they're starting their programs on the 11th, like, Beachbody and Peloton and all those people who are kind of trying to do transformational programs during January. Most of those things are starting on the 11th this year because January 4th is kind of that first week of the year where everybody's coming back into work and trying to figure their schedule out. And you've seen it at the gym where people will actually not start rushing into the gym for that New Year's resolution until the second week because they think it's going to be overcrowded the first week or because they're still getting it back into their routine. So the week of January 4th, we get together. I give you all of the tools to level up your game and get that workout online and get it packed with subscribers. Then January 11th, you hit the ground running and you start teaching and leading those workouts, leading those transformations to your clients starting on January 11th. You guys are so awesome. I love it. You guys are great. All right. So I wanted to make sure that you knew about the Sell Out Your Online Workout Bootcamp. fitprosconnect.com/bootcamp. I'm going to put that into the comments for you. And what questions you guys have? What else can I answer before we jump off here today? There is that. You guys, I so appreciate you. I just love you guys so much. You guys have made 2020 a transformational year, not only for me, but for yourselves. The motivation and the sharing and the positivity and the inspiration in this group is just incredible. I'm going to start crying, but I just really wish everybody a really safe and healthy next couple of days. And I'm looking forward to serving you so much next year. And thank you so much for being with me, you guys. All right. Let me know what you need until then, and I will see you in the boot camp on Monday.